If the Spurs want to force a Game 7 and save their season, Wemby needs to bounce back. And in order for that to happen, the Spurs need to completely change how they're using him in their offense. Overall, Wemby's numbers for the series look great, but when you zoom in on San Antonio's losses, his efficiency has plummeted and his shot quality has changed a lot. One reason for that is OKC's defense is forcing Wemby into these tough ISOs where the defense is already shaded over, the help is there, and the paint is packed, and he doesn't have much room to operate, and these are some tough looks. The numbers reflect this. Wemby so far has been one of the least efficient ISO scorers in the playoffs, coming in at 0.78 points per possession, which is the second worst, and he's at 33% from the field on ISOs, which is tied for the worst. The Spurs need to get back to running actions that work well for Wemby. For example, spacing the floor and running pick and roll. Wemby has been killing on these plays. I have the numbers to back this up. In the playoffs, when Wemby's the one setting the screen and then rolling or popping, he's getting 1.31 points per possession, which is second best, only behind Karl-Anthony Towns. And Karl-Anthony Towns has set half the amount of screens Wemby has. So when the Spurs run two-man game with Wemby, good things tend to happen. Another option is to put him off the ball and run Wemby off screens just like this. And again, here's the numbers to back up what I'm telling you. When the Spurs run Wemby off of off-ball screens, they're getting 1.1 points per possession, which is third best in terms of efficiency. Especially if they're going to have Hartenstein guarding him and he doesn't really want to move in space, give Wemby a chance to curl off the screen and attack downhill with an advantage. Another option they don't run enough is to let Wemby handle the ball in ball screen actions. Once again, with the numbers, when the Spurs run those inverted ball screen actions where Wemby's dribbling and he receives a ball screen, they're getting 1.42 points per possession, which is insane, and they've posted an effective field goal percentage of 73.3%. Excellent metrics if you're talking about efficiency, but they've only run this 19 times. I expect them to run this a little bit more in Game 6. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that the Spurs' success hinges on how close they can get Wemby to the basket. He's making about 2/3 of his dunks, layups, and hook shots, and he's only making about 1/3 of his jump shots. In the games the Spurs won, Wemby was 21 for 38 from 2 and only 4 of 9 from 3. In the games the Spurs lost, he was only 15 of 29 from 2 and 5 for 17 from 3. The more he takes jump shots and doesn't attack the paint, the better it is for Oklahoma City. But in order for the Spurs to get him closer to the basket and get him better quality looks, they have to get him on the move. That's been successful for them so far. Let me know in the comments, what do you want to see from Wemby and the Spurs in Game 6? And do you think the Spurs can bounce back, or do you think OKC wins the next game?